back to Sam's Kitchen. Today we are doing what's in my fridge soup, bit like minestrone soup, which is a hearty Italian healthy soup, great for lunches, and it's a really good way to use up lots of veg that you might have in your fridge or freezer that need eating. So let's look at what we're going to need today to cook the minestrone. Okay, let's see what's in the fridge. Now, what have we got? Oh, carrots. I've got some beans, good, okay. Let's use that. What's in my veg drawer? Stick of celery. What else? Oh, half a pepper that was used the other day. Let's take that. And a little bit of spinach, a bag. That needs using up. Oh, 14th of Feb is the date, so let's take that as well. And I think that's probably about it. Let's get cooking. This is what you're going to need to make your minestrone. I've got the onion that I had chopped up from the other day. I've kept that in a bowl in the fridge. I've got a stick of celery, really good to have. I've got a bit of a pepper that needs using up. We've got some tin tomatoes here. In here I had some carrots the other day and I've just kept them, so I'm going to throw those in. And then I've got some spinach that needs using up, and also some beans from something I made the other day. And then we're going to add some macaroni, tiny pasta. If you've not got that, you can just break up some spaghetti. And then I've got a bit of vegetable stock here to add some flavour, and I've just dissolved that in water. So I've got the celery and the carrots all chopped up. I've tried to keep them a similar size because otherwise what tends to happen is things cook at different times and take longer to cook than others. So always try and keep your veg a similar size. I'm just going to take a chunk of this pepper off and split it down the middle. If you don't like that white bit, you just peel that out. And then you're going to slice it thinly, and then I think we'll chop that into 3. There we go. And there we have it, we're ready to go. Got a little bit of oil in the saucepan ready to go, and we're going to add the onions in, first of all. Give those a little time to cook. Let's add the celery, carrot and the pepper in, and get those just browning off. Now, I'm going to make mine vegetarian. You can add a little bit of bacon if you're a meat eater, or you've got your friends who are meat eaters. It's smoked bacon is really good. It adds another flavour to the soup overall. So we're just going to sweat the vegetables down a little bit for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to put the lid on to do that on a medium heat. So we've had our vegetables, they've sweated a little bit. Now it's time to add everything else in. I'm going to add the beans in that I've got left over. Really good source of protein for vegetarians, so that's a nice thing to add in. Then I'm going to add the rest of the tomatoes. Give that a really good stir. And I'm going to add, as you can see, it's quite thick now, so I'm going to add the stock. You may need to add a little bit more stock as you go, but add all that stock in and let that cook. I'm also going to add our pasta. You don't need much pasta. Handful, pop that in, give that a stir, pop the lid on, medium heat, and we'll come back to it. So when your pasta is almost done, you're going to add your greens, your leafy greens, cabbage, spinach, kale, broccoli you could even add, and you give that a stir, mix that in, and we're going to let that sit just for a couple of minutes to cook that through. So the soup's ready, it's been cooking, and let's plate up. It's always nice to have a little bit of cheese on top. Traditionally it's Parmesan, but you can put feta cheese on if you like. You want something that's got a little bit of salt in it to add some contrast. And Parmesan on top, and there you go. Minestrone soup, healthy, hearty, and absolutely delicious. Give it a try, and as always I will put a link for the recipe and the method down below and like and subscribe. Thanks a lot. Perfect.